জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজনরঞ্জন। যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজনরঞ্জন। যমুনা তীর বনচারী। যমুনা তীর বনচারী। জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে, হরে রাম 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Gopijana Vallabha
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome all the devotees assembled here or attending the weekly Thursday Guru Maharaj class and taking his valuable association. So we are continuing the series of Garga Samhita which Guru Maharaj gave in Belgium. So today also we'll hear. After the session there will be quiz, so devotees can attempt the quiz. Hare Krishna. Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Garga Samhita has a large section that describes about Krishna's encounters with the gopis, the various rasa leelas that Krishna enacted. The general mood of the Rasa Leela was that Krishna used to play the flute, and then upon hearing the sound of the flutes, the gopis, young gopis, wherever they were, in whichever condition they were, they just ran to meet Krishna. And Krishna sometimes would give them good advice. Young girls, what are you doing here in the forest in the middle of the night? That's not good. Go back home. And they would say, come on. You called us by playing the flute. Did I call you by playing the flute? I was just playing the flute. What makes you think that I called you? Can the flute call? And this is how Krishna would have their exchange. And then the gopis would tell Krishna that, look, Krishna, you are the only thing in our life. Our entire existence is only for you. Besides you, there is no other purpose of our existence. So this is how we see the mood of pure devotion. The mood of pure devotion is only for Krishna and nothing else. And the gopis had presented that, expressed that in the most perfect way. They had their family, they had the elders in the family, they had their husbands, they had their children. But when they heard Krishna's flute, they dropped everything. As if nothing really matters. And time again in the scriptures it has been pointed out that that is the highest form of devotion. Like, nothing really matters because we all are parts and parcels of Krishna. The purpose of our existence is simply to serve Krishna and give pleasure to Krishna. The part's business is to serve the whole. Simple consideration. This little finger or this hand is a part of this body. What is the purpose of this finger or the hand or different parts of the body to serve the entire body. The hand doesn't say that I am going to enjoy the food. The hand may pick up the food, but hand doesn't hold it in, saying that I am going to enjoy the food. Can the hand enjoy the food? No. But what does the hand do? Puts the food in the mouth. Does the mouth keep the food in the mouth? Say, I'm going to enjoy the food. You get some enjoyment, no doubt about that. It relishes the taste of the food. But then it passes it down to the stomach. Stomach also doesn't keep it in the stomach. The stomach transforms the food into energy and then transmits it through the body. Even in the material context, we can see how the part's business is to serve the whole. When the part serves the whole, the part's existence becomes meaningful and eventful and successful. Like when the hand gives the food to the mouth and it goes to the stomach, the hand is nourished. Every single part of the body is nourished. So that is the purpose of our existence in spiritual context also. We all are parts and parcels of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as His parts and parcels, our business is to serve the whole. The source, the origin, Krishna. And when we do that, then we enjoy. How do we enjoy? This enjoyment is very different from body's enjoyment. Body's enjoyments are derived out of sense pleasure. Senses get some pleasure, and one feels that, oh, it was so happy, so nice. But the thing is, spiritual joy is not like that. Spiritual joy is not sense pleasure. Spiritual joy is spiritual pleasure. The closest we can think of is the joy we derive out of loving exchange. When there is loving exchange, then out of that love there is certain sensation, certain feeling in the heart. Like the mother loves the child. Does the mother feel any sense pleasure out of that? No. But what does the mother feel? Only mother knows what she feels. Like, mother feels such a feeling that her blood becomes transformed into milk. What is milk? Transformation of blood becomes milk. With what? With love. Mother's milk, cow's milk. It's actually the mother's love that transforms the blood into milk. And that's why cows are so precious to us. Because it's her love that she's offering to us in the form of her milk. So, these are certain examples of spiritual ecstasy, spiritual joy derived out of loving exchange. And this is very different from anything that one experiences in the material nature through sense pleasure, through sense enjoyment. And its perverted reflection is lust. Love's perverted reflection is actually lust. Lust is not love. A man-woman's sexual relationship is not love, it's lust. And this lust is a perverted reflection of love. Atmendriyo priti vancha tare boli kam, Krishnendriyo priti ichha dhare prem nam. The desire for our own sense gratification is called kam or lust. Desire for our sense gratification is lust. Atmendriyo priti vancha tare boli kam, Krishnendriyo priti ichha dhare prem nam. But the desire to give pleasure to Krishna's senses is love. অতএব অতএব কাম প্রেমে বহুত অন্তর, কাম অন্ধতম প্রেম নির্মল ভাস্কর. Therefore, there is a big difference between love and lust. Love is brilliant as the sun, whereas lust is the deepest darkness. Diametrically opposed, completely opposite. Lust is deepest darkness, love is brilliant as the sun. And that love is exclusively for Krishna. Love is an energy within our hearts. That energy is meant for uniting us with Krishna. It's meant to unite. That energy is meant to unite us with Krishna. Doesn't love unite? Love unites, hatred separates. So, now this love, when we forget Krishna, then what happens? We want to become united with somebody by offering that love to somebody. Right? We offer our love. When we offer our love to somebody, we want to be united with that person. But actually, when this love is offered to anyone other than Krishna, it is lust. Because it's exclusively meant to be offered to Krishna, and by doing that we become united with Krishna. Now that's another consideration. The purpose of part's existence lies in its connection to the whole. If the part is separated from the whole, does it have any value? This little finger is a part of my body. If this is cut off from my body, this finger, will it have any value? We'll throw it away. Of course, we'll try to keep it back into with the body. But if we can't do that, then what will happen? Throw away that finger. Peace. There's no use of it. Similarly, the purpose of our existence lies in our connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And how do we become connected? Love is the means by which we become connected to Krishna. Now, how that love is expressed? Is the love just I love you, you love me? Is that verbal exchange, words? No. Love is expressed through action, and that action is called service. As an expression of our love, we naturally render service. Therefore, it's called devotional service. This love is manifested through service. So that is the thing. That is what we are becoming aware of. The reality of our existence. Why live? Why live? What is the purpose of our existence? Why are we alive? Just to try to enjoy in this world for some time, as long as the body has youth, and then the body becomes old, suffering begins. All kinds of difficulties. And then finally die. Is that the purpose of our existence? Should that be the goal of our life? Just live here for some time, just to enjoy the senses? No. The purpose of our existence has a greater cause. And that is to develop a loving relationship with Krishna. It begins with remembrance. We remember Him. Therefore we chant, therefore we read, therefore we hear about Krishna's pastimes, so that we get to understand who Krishna is. And then when that remembrance or awareness is there, then comes the effort to become connected to Him. And what is the way to become connected to Him? Surrender. Surrender. First is awareness, and then surrender, and then from that surrender begins loving exchange. Loving exchange takes the form of service. We can see how Krishna is serving us. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is serving us. We have so many demands. God, give us our daily bread. Okay, come on, here is your bread. He's supplying. Give me a house, give me this, give me that. And as a matter of fact, even before you even ask Him, He is providing. What is the greatest need for us in this world? Anyone? What is the greatest need? Yes, Anandavardhan? Oxygen. Oxygen. Very good. Can you imagine? If you didn't get oxygen for 2 minutes, what's going to happen? Now, did you ever ask Him, oh God, give us our daily oxygen? It's being supplied, even before we ask Him. And then we are taking oxygen, giving out carbon dioxide. He figured out, oh my God, like if the whole atmosphere becomes filled with carbon dioxide, then what will happen to these creatures? So He created the trees and plants. Okay, trees and plants, you transform carbon dioxide into oxygen. And you human beings transform oxygen into carbon dioxide for the trees and plants. The sustenance through interdependence. We depend upon. Actually, our existence is dependent upon the trees and plants. Our food is coming from the trees and plants. Even the rain comes due to the trees and plants. Why doesn't it rain in the deserts? Because there is no trees and plants. Why are we so concerned about not to destroy the forests? Because we realized if the forests are not there, there won't be rain. A rainforest is because the forest, the rains are coming. So our food is coming from the plants, our water is coming from the trees and plants, the oxygen is coming from trees and plants. Who made that arrangement? Krishna. So, isn't He serving us? Although He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is serving us, making all these arrangements. Why? Abhiram, why?
No.
Yes, because He loves us. Because He loves us. Now the problem is he loves us, but we don't love him. Now did you ever consider if somebody loves somebody, the other person doesn't love, then what happens? Should I put it more graphically? A young boy loves a beautiful young girl, but the girl doesn't love him. How does the boy feel? Bad, yeah. So similarly, Krishna loves us, we don't love him. How Krishna is feeling? Did you ever consider? That's why Krishna becomes so pleased when somebody goes out and preaches and tells people that love Krishna. Krishna said, thank you very much. So that's why preaching is so important. That's why Krishna said, what did Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Those who sing my glory and remind others about me, they are the dearest to me. Because they are trying to bring them to Krishna. Therefore, the greatest service is to preach and tell people, please recognize how much Krishna loves you and how wonderful it is to fall in love with Krishna. And now we consider the young boy loves this young girl and the girl doesn't respond. But then one day he gets a note, I love you. How does the boy feel? So similarly, when we send a note to Krishna, Krishna, I love you, Krishna begins to dance in ecstasy. So ultimately, the spiritual life means just develop this loving relationship with Krishna. And the highest form of love is with those who have offered everything to Krishna. Their only attachment is to Krishna and nothing else, no one else. And that is the gopis of Vrindavan. Dustajam arjo patham chahita. They have given up the arjo patham, the consideration of social and moral consideration. Giving up everything, they have fallen in love with Krishna. Now apparently it seems that, oh, it's not the right thing to do. But then we give an example. How many of you are married here? How many men are married? When your wives fall in love with Krishna, do you mind? More happy. Okay. So that's it. So that is how pure love with Krishna, loving relationship with Krishna is. Nobody minds, but everybody becomes happy, everybody becomes joyful. Only some envious individual will think, oh, why you fall in love with Krishna? Why not me? But they are the ones, those who don't know Krishna. So don't be the husband who is trying to obstruct his wife. Rather, inspire your wives to fall in love with Krishna. Recognizing that they are actually Krishna's property. No one is ours. Everything belongs to Krishna. Ishavashyam idam sarvam. My house, my family, my children, my relatives, my money, everything belongs to Krishna. Somehow Krishna has given them to be utilized and protect and take care. Custodian. We are not proprietors but custodians. What's the difference between proprietor and custodian? Proprietor thinks that it is mine. Proprietor feeling it's mine. But a custodian is a caretaker. It belongs to somebody. I'm taking care of that. So this is how a devotee looks at everything around him. And when we develop that kind of devotion, then Krishna gives us the opportunity to enjoy with him in an ecstatic situation like rasa dance, dancing with Krishna. The other day, on the first day, I actually mentioned who all got this opportunity. The personified Vedas got the opportunity. The personified Vedas told Krishna that all the Vedas are actually pointing out that you are the ultimate goal of life. So won't you please give us the opportunity to fulfill that desire? We want to be with you in your supreme enjoyable situation, in your supreme pleasing situation. Krishna said, okay. In Dwapar Yuga, you will become my consorts. So they are called Shruti-chari gopis. Then the sages of Dandakaranya also developed this attraction for Ramchandra. They saw that devotion to Sita's devotion to Ram is the highest. So they also aspired, please give us the kind of devotion that Sita is experiencing for you. Okay, come in Dwapar Yuga, you'll come in Dwapar Yuga and you will get an opportunity. The young girls of Mithila, when Ramchandra got married to Sita, felt that attraction. This attraction, we must remember, is not physical, carnal attraction, body's attraction. It's the soul's attractions to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ramchandra granted that benediction, okay, in Dwapar Yuga, he will appear as gopis. Because the gopis' situation is the highest of all spiritual relationship. Then, after marrying Sita, Ramchandra came to Ajodhya. There also, the young girls of Ajodhya felt that attraction for Ramchandra. They also became gopis. So in this way, so many living entities, so many individuals got this opportunity to develop their loving relationship with Krishna. So that's why the ultimate culmination of devotional service is Krishna's dance with the gopis in Rasa Leela. And the result, what happens? When we even hear about Krishna's Rasa Leela, what happens? It cures us of the disease of the heart. Hridrog upashamam. Hrid means heart. Rog means disease. Disease of the heart. And upashamam, cured. The disease of the heart becomes cured. And disease of the heart is material attachments. All kinds of material attachments are actually the disease of the heart, to a greater or lesser degree. But when we hear about Krishna's pastimes, the heart becomes cured of those diseases. So that is why it's so important that we hear about Krishna's pastimes, just to become free from the disease of the heart. is the highest spiritual relationship. So, although we didn't have so many sessions, but I think we had some nice discussions. We covered quite a lot of pastimes, just not so much in details, but I think, was it beneficial?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so what are you going to do now? Read Srimad Bhagavatam? But don't jump to 10th canto. Prabhupada warned us. What is the sequence? Bhagavad Gita, first lesson. Right? Then Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second canto. Like this way, climb up to 10th canto. Don't jump to the 10th canto. Gradually rise up to the 10th canto. And I kind of took this opportunity to speak to you all about Garga Samhita, so that just to give you a little taste of what it is. Krishna, so wonderful. Krishna's activities are so wonderful. And if we approach those activities or pastimes of Krishna, then yes, we develop spiritual benefit, we become attracted to Krishna. Thank you very much. Now I would like to hear what you all understood from last few days' classes. Anyone willing to volunteer? Give your realization from the classes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for patiently hearing the lecture. So, Guru Maharaj was talking about the role, actually, the service attitude which is needed, and the importance of love, and the only factor which binds us to Krishna. So, quiz is ready. I have posted the quiz in the chat box. So, let's see today's quote by Srila Guru Maharaj. Devotees can attempt the quiz meanwhile. We will read today's quote. So Guru Maharaj is saying, 6 January. If you are submissive and humble, there is no room for fighting, no room for quarrel, and no room for disagreement. Just follow the line of authority. Even if your desire is not fulfilled, do not worry. Just carry on. The temple management may not reward you. Even your Guru Maharaj may not reward you. But you can rest assured that if you sincerely follow the process of devotional service, Krishna will reward you in the most wonderful way. Prabhupada will reward you in the most wonderful way. Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 25th Chapter, 45 verse, Ujjain, 6 January 2009. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, devotees can attempt the quiz now. we have till only 14 participants. Devotees have still time, they can attempt the quiz. Again, I have shared you all the quiz link. Okay, total 14 participants. Divya Damodar Prabhu is leading with 100% accuracy, 7400 score. Then Arpita Mataji, Aparijita, I think Arpita Mataji. Okay, so the score has been shuffled, and now with the new ranker, Anupama Mataji with 100% accuracy, 7,490 score. Then Divya Damodar Prabhu with 7,400 score. Arpita Mataji with 7,310 score. Shyam Kishore Prabhu with 6,240. Aparajita Sakhi Mataji, 100% accuracy, and the score is 6,140. Very good. Radhikeshwar Das Prabhu, and then 63% accuracy. Sarmila Radhika Mataji with 63% accuracy. Syantika 50% accuracy. Charu Swami Mataji with 50% accuracy. Syam Vihari Das Prabhu with 50% accuracy. Sita Anandani Mataji with 38% accuracy. Tarun Kanti Krishna Prabhu, Aishwarya Mataji, Santwana Venerji Mataji. Okay, press it again. So 14 participants only, and okay, so there are, it seems, okay, so again there is change in the rank. Anupama Mataji, Divya Damodar Prabhu, Arpita Mataji, Shyam Krishna Prabhu, Radhikeshwar Das Prabhu, Shantika Mataji, Aparajita Sakhi Mataji, all with 100% accuracy. Charu Sakhi Mataji, Sarmila Radhika Mataji with 88% accuracy, and Syam Vihari Prabhu with 75% accuracy. So devotees can again, they can attempt the quiz. This quiz link will be active till tomorrow. So devotees have, so now the score is again updated with 15 participants here. And Anupama Mataji, Divya Damodar Prabhu, Arpita Mataji, Shyam Krishna Prabhu, Radhikeshwar Das Prabhu, Chari Sakhi Mataji, Shantika Mataji, and Aparijita Sakhi Mataji with 100% accuracy. And Sarmila Radhika Mataji, 88% accuracy, and Syam Vihari Prabhu with 75% accuracy. So, thank you devotees for patiently hearing lecture of Srila Guru Maharaj. Next Thursday also we will meet and we will hear and we will associate with His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.